Hi, again, this is Dr. Keith from
Dr.
Master
Helen.
Oh, sorry. I gotta let her speak. Yeah, so this is Dr. Keith and
Dr. Helen
from Master Vitality, which is our virtual consultation business. Or if you want to visit us in our brick and mortar business, it's called Blue Indigo Spa and Wellness. That's located in Valrico, Florida. We're about 30 minutes away from downtown Tampa, Florida. And today's topic, what we want to discuss is the importance of investing in yourself, which is basically investing in your well-being. And I believe that's extremely important in today's world because we are constantly being bombarded from distractions, from peers, from family, and there's a disbalance. I'm seeing a major disbalance. I don't know what you see, but tell me, why is it important that we should, well, let me ask you this question. What does it mean to invest in your own well-being?
Well, investing in your own well-being for me is to make sure that I take care of my mind, body, and spirit. And taking care of myself, well, there's a saying, first of all, you need to love yourself first before you can give that love to someone else, right? So I think that this is the same kind of concept, is you need to take care of yourself first in terms of your well-being, your health, and your mental health and your physical health before you can have that love that you can give away to others. So self-care is part of it, and taking care of yourself, making sure that you're eating healthy, you're sleeping properly, you're having a strong relationship with yourself. And everybody's different. Some people might need to go for a walk and be with themselves, with nature, and see the trees and enjoy nature. Some people is just to go to the gym and be on all these equipments and have the moment for themselves. And other people would have, some yoga or anything to do that you are really truly spending that time for yourself so that you can take care of yourself, right?
So how do you know if someone is actually loving themselves or not loving themselves?
Well,
Can you define that a bit better?
When you love yourself, you are happier. You come across as a more vibrant, a more energetic. When you walk into a space, you're just in it, and people can see that shine on your face, how you are acting around with other people. That is you loving yourself, because there are people that are not coming across that way. They're miserable. They get angry all the time. They are not friendly. They don't have any friends. They don't want to be with anybody. So those are indications of issues that this individual is dealing with, self-conflicts that they have. And to me, they're not loving themselves. They're not taking the time to take care of themselves. They're not taking the time to make themselves to be in the happy mood, in the happy zone. So
yeah, okay, but I'm gonna disagree with what you say there, because self-love is not something that is sort of that for yourself. I think it's something in life you have to have some sort of divine intervention, I call it, in order for you to recognize and look deep down. Because do you wake up in a day and ask yourself the question, what's the first thing you do when you get out of bed and stomp on the floor? You look at your watch, or people will pick up the phone and look at their messages and stuff like that, and they don't look and ask themselves that question, or do I love myself? I think something has to happen in order for that to come arise.
I think it's the fact that roots down to being grateful. Being grateful at least that you woke up this morning. You actually got out of bed. You are breathing. You woke up next to your loved one. You have what you have in your life, and that appreciation and that gratefulness will bring you to a different vibration, right?
Yeah. Coming from a female perspective, but coming from my perspective, I'm more of a survival mode. Like, I'll just speak for myself. Really, in these last few months, it's been extremely difficult. Just through things that are not aligned properly, from relationships to peers to things not falling in place. So it's constantly challenging, and worrying about tomorrow where our finances and how we can keep our business afloat and keep going and stuff like that, right? But I also do find, going back on that subject of investing in yourself, I do find that I need to have that time to invest in myself, because otherwise, if I'm constantly stressed out and always in this fight and flight mode kind of mentality, I have this raised cortisol level, and basically that will affect me physically, mentally, and as well as spiritually. Now, I use my wearable technology, which is the Apple Heart Math, and at one point in time in the early months of this year, my heart rate was extremely high. Now, this is resting heart rate, not your active heart rate where you're actively mobile and stuff like that, but resting heart rate. I was in the high 90s, high 80s, and now I'm able to work that back down to the mid 60s. I'm 52. I still want to work that much more further down, because I know that's still a little bit, it's better, it's improved, but I have to monitor that and maintain that. So I'm always mindful. So for me, investing in myself is doing acupuncture. We just did acupuncture a few days ago with our Dr. Julie. Then we do massages. And then for me, what I do, because I'm a B blood type person, I need to work out. I gotta move. Whether it's pushing weights, doing a 10-minute walk, being physically active is a way for me to move around, right? Some people may not be as fortunate to have the money to go to the gym, but also on top of that, investing in yourself is, Helen has made the point of loving yourself. And what that basically means is prioritizing yourself as you come first before anyone else or anything else on this planet. Because I need to make sure that I'm of sound mind and body, because if I'm not, I can't take care of my loved ones, can't take care of her, right? So because, we both make pretty good money in a certain extent, but I consider myself the breadwinner, and that's a male mentality. Females, well, what do you think?
About what? About.
I'm the breadwinner. Where do you draw? Like, why should females, or why should you care about investing in yourself?
Why should I care in investing in myself? I want to look young forever. Want to have all the full energy that I need, and I want to be happy and vibrant and be able to move around and stay away from any dis-ease, which is, most people call it disease. I don't call it a disease, by the way. I call it a dis-ease, just because your body is off is homeostasis, which it is off balance, and eventually we can all bring our body back to balance. So you're just in that moment of the dis-ease. So that's why I call it that way. So I just wanted to explain. But I think, we both work. We both contribute to, we're a business partner. He does his part, I do my part. Do I feel like I need to be the breadwinner? No, I actually don't worry about money. Even if I don't have money, I don't worry about money. It's just my way of thinking, and I think it could be a female thing, it could be just me, but I'm not worried. I'm not worried about tomorrow if I'm gonna have the money or not have the money, right? And he, on the other hand, is a little bit different. So you can see that we come and we balance ourselves really well, because when he's too worried, I bring him back to homeostasis, and I tell him, hey, calm down, everything is good. And then when I'm like too much of a somewhere else up in the air, then he has to pull my balloon back down and say, hey, come back down here, So
balloon down. Okay, again, guys, just not think about that part. Anyways.
I mean, pull me down, I'm flying away, right? This is what I mean.
Okay, we're losing topic. We got to go back to investing in ourselves, what it means, right?
And investing in yourself is all of those. Is taking care of your mental health and taking care of your physical health. And there's many ways that each person does things differently. Like for you explained that you're a B blood type. I'm on the opposite, an A blood type. And A blood people are very different than B blood people. I don't need to pump up in the gym. For me, going for a walk or a bike ride or something that I can connect slowly and nicely in nature, it's good enough for me. So we're a little bit different, but those things you need to remember to go back to. You need to remember that, hey, you know, every day, how much time did I give myself that self-love, that self-care, so that I can keep going, because we all have bills to pay. We all have kids to take care of. We all have work to take care of. We all have many different directions, family. Everything is pulling us in every direction, especially now these days. We have these wonderful little guy that follows us everywhere. And we also have our computer, and everything is so demanding every day. And if we are constantly being bombarded with traffic going in to our brain and just hitting us constantly, we need some moment for taking care of ourselves so that we can regenerate, rejuvenate. You know, even doing a facial, doing a massage, doing an acupuncture treatment, whatever that turns you on, that is gonna work for you. And everybody's different, like I said, right?
So find your mojo, and thank you for tuning in. Again, this is Dr. Keith and Dr. Helen from Master Vitality, which is our virtual consultation business, or Blue Indigo Spa, which is our brick and mortar business. Please check out our other videos that we have in our library. Please like and subscribe to this channel as well, and stay tuned for more. Thank you and have a beautiful day.